This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. First and foremost, I just want to tell you, went to the grocery store last night, had 6-7 people come up and talk to me, thanking me for what I do. People, don't thank me for what I'm doing. I'm doing what I have to do. I'm doing what you people would do if you had the opportunity. Don't ever put me in a position that I want to even close to be feeling like I'm some kind of big shot, because I'm not, people. I'm poor white trash. I'm fighting the fight. I don't give a damn about winning personally, me in the election. Me personally, you hear me? I care about destroying this culture of corruption. That's what we all ought to care about, is destroying this culture of corruption. I'm so tired of these ass white politicians, Democrats, Republicans. I'm tired of this crap on TV every day. I'm tired of Kern going to spend $250,000 and you ass white, no good for nothing, low life, rich bitch, son of a bitch. $50,000. I'm challenging you, Kern. You've got all that money to put your face on a billboard. People understand me, and it pisses me off. Back in the day, there was days I didn't eat. This no good son of a bitch is a county board chairman in a county that people are starving day in and day out. Above the hill and below the hill, black and white. Poverty doesn't distinguish between color, between race. And there's enough poverty to go around in St. Clair County. You would think St. Clair County's a third world country. But this no good son of a bitch is going to spend, and brag about it in the newspaper, going to spend $250,000 on ads with his pretty picture. Put that ad down in the gay bath somewhere, Kern. You'll probably get more activity. Probably have a lot more fun. I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying, Kern. Why the hell would the good people of St. Clair County want to see your face when they're starving? Oh, mommy and daddy, look, we're driving down Route 15. We're driving over to St. Louis to maybe get you a job, Daddy, because you can't get one over here in St. Clair County unless you kiss these politicians' asses. And guess what? There's Mr. Kern in this picture up there, spending $2,000-$3,000 a month for those big digital billboards on the Popular Street Bridge. Yes, son, that's true. But, Daddy, I'm still hungry. I still don't have clothes to go to school. Yes, son, but you get to see that picture of Mark Sweet Cakes Kern. That ought to just fill you up. That'll just make you proud. You asswipe son of a bitch, Kern. That's going to backfire on you. People understand. Hey, give me some tanning lotion. I'm going to the beach. Well, there's 4 people starving on that beach down in that third world country, down in Jamaica, down someplace where you're going to be on that beach. I don't care. This is Kern. I don't care. I want to look pretty. I want that suntan lotion. I want to spend my money on me, not on the good people that I'm supposed to represent. And everybody. I know you get tired of me going crazy on these son of a bitches. And I get tired. It's time for you guys to go crazy. Think about it. Think about this, Kern. I don't want to keep on him. See, Kern, I'm giving you more name recognition than you could ever pay for with the millions of dollars that you're going to waste of your parents' money, not your money. You no good son of a bitch. You know this bastard's never had a job. He's never had a real job. His daddy wanted him to be a congressman. Well, you're about low-life enough to be a congressman, Kern. But I don't think the people of St. Clair County are that stupid. You're lucky you got where you're at, and hopefully all the people of St. Clair County, Democrats, Republican, men, women, black and white, because, see, I say that every time, people, because I don't want to divide and conquer. That's what these no good son of a bitch and democratic culture of corruption, political, parasitical punks, these perverted punks that we call politicians, they want to divide the blacks and the whites, the men and the women, the Democrats and the Republicans. I want to help put us all together, because together, we the people, can stop this political corruption on both ends, Democrat and Republican. Hey, the lines are always open. America's voice of freedom. We are definitely the patriot. Feel free to call toll-free 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. Let me know what you think about these politicians. You guys can't be happy. You cannot be happy with what's going on the national level, on the state level, and on the local level. If you are, you're brain dead. You people are brain dead. You got to be sitting back, drinking your coffee, drinking your beer, drinking whatever the hell you drink, and thinking, this crazy, ignorant son of a bitch, Bob Romanik, is right. I'm tired of this crap. We have to live this crap day in and day out. And I'm living it day in and day out, and I hate to do it. But when there's the enemy at your front door, you have to be ready to fight. You have to get ready to fight. You have to know what you're fighting. And that's what I'm doing. I'm educating you good people about who the enemy is, when you have to fight, and how you have to fight. People don't want to be melodramatic. This political scene of ours is going downhill fast. It's like the downhill ride on a roller coaster. It's dangerous. We have to put a stop to it. We have to put a stop to it. Let's take care of some of my housekeeping. Didn't get to it yesterday. I probably got to a little bit of it. Don't want to rush through it. But we're going to talk about Milwaukee, about the criminal element in Milwaukee, both black and white. We're going to talk about Kern some more. We're going to go up to Mr. Haney, and we'll talk about him. Hey, you stupid son of a bitch. He's trying to alienate. He's trying to disenfranchise the white voters in the outer county. Because nobody wants to give their Social Security number. Nobody wants to give their driver's license. Nobody wants to take the time. These people are registered, Mr. Haney, Tom Holbrook. I got a deal for you. I got a deal. I told you before. I got a deal to put my foot up your political ass. You no-good-ass white bastard. You political parasitical punk. You and your wife eating out of the public trough. We're paying $135,000 a year for their pensions, people. And then he's sitting up there and he's talking about, let's have honesty in this election. Well, we'll have honesty when you get your lame ass out of there. Mr. Haney, Tom Holbrook, you'll do anything for a political position, you fat ass bastard. And let me tell you what, Mr. Haney, August the 22nd, Bob Romanik will not be at that meeting. Bob Romanik will not be at that meeting unless you are transparent to everybody in St. Clair County. He tells me, well, we have a special private meeting in the state's attorney's office, and I don't want to bring the state's attorney into this any more than I have to. But Holbrook brought him in because Holbrook won't talk to me personally. He's got to have 4 or 5 witnesses in case I guess I try to threaten him. You know, they're ready to pounce on me in a minute. Hey, and you politicians, I got something that you can pounce on, and it's big and it ain't pretty, if you know what I mean. And I think you do. I think you guys have probably been there before, if you know what I mean. And I think you do. But Holbrook, you're not going to insult. You're not going to insult the good people of St. Clair County. We are not going to let you get away with this. We want to know from start to finish. You hear me, you ignorant fat-ass bastard, you big-head son of a bitch? You ought to take him out of office because we're going to have to get the doors at the courthouse remodeled because that big head, we're going to have to get some grease to shove that big-ass head and his big-ass ass through the courthouse. But people, they're telling Roger Cook, Carl Officer, they're going to have a secret meeting. Not going to be secret. I said, I want it at the 5th floor of the courthouse where everybody that's interested in fair and impartial politics can understand about the voting process. and I want to have it videotaped. Mr. Haney, I got a deal for you, Tom Holbrook. You know what I feel? My stomach gets sore when I even talk about Tom Holbrook. My stomach starts tensing up because this no-good son of a bitch has the destiny of this county in his hands, has a future of this county in his hands, because he's the only one that can control and make sure that these elections are going to be fair. And you know that's not going to happen. We've got some callers. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. I just wanted to put my 2 cents worth in. I'm a Democrat, and I think that you're kind of unfair to the Democrats. I don't know. It's always the Democratic.
Oh no! Wait, Jeff. Wait. You're a damn liar. I talked about the Republicans yesterday. I talked about asswipe Rauner. I talked about Boss. So if you're going to listen to me, Jeff, let's get it right. So I'm not just on the Democratic culture of corruption. There's enough Republican culture of corruption going on. But see, Jeff, that's what's wrong with some of you guys. You only hear what you want to hear. But go ahead. I'll let you finish.
My people are pretty prominent there in Belleville. DeMond is my last name.
Uh-huh.
DeMond Sign Company.
Uh-huh.
Bob DeMond. And I'm up here from Alton. I'm his brother's son.
Okay. Hey, I'll tell you what, it's a proud family. I know some of the DeMonds are a proud family, so go ahead, Jeff.
When Trump loses, because he's an idiot, Clinton, and we're going to have another 4 to 8 years of the Democrats leading the way, so you have a good day.
Hey, Jeff, wait a minute. You said you're a Democrat. Are you happy that Hillary's going to be the next president?
Absolutely. Trump is an idiot.
Okay, wait a minute. Jeff, do you want to get killed by getting your head cut off or getting it blown off with a shotgun? Because do you think Hillary Clinton is now maybe Trump's not qualified, but do you honestly think with the integrity problem, with the honesty problem, do you think Hillary Clinton is qualified to be our president? Don't you think there's somebody else out there could have made a lot better president than Hillary Clinton? And be honest.
I like her. I think she's done well. I think Obama did great. And you don't like neither one of those guys. And I'm just stating where I stand. No.
And I appreciate that, Jeff. Let me ask you a question. Do you think you go down to East St. Louis to the proud black community, and you go up to Belleville in the proud white community, and you like Obama, and I don't want to be argumentative with you. I appreciate the call. Do you think more than 90% would not say that their lives aren't better, that they're worse since Obama's been in for 8 years? Yes or no?
But I would say that it's better.
Well, that's why.
Selling mortgages and
wait a minute, Jeff. You're right, but what about Mrs. Clinton in this Benghazi where she lied to those people that died? What about all this money that the Clinton Foundation's taken? If we're going to talk bad about one side, let's talk bad about the other. What do you have to say about that?
Speak to that.
I'm sorry.
Can you speak to that?
Yeah, I'm speaking to it. I think she's a criminal. I think they've taken money and sold our country out. I think she lied. I think she knew that those brave heroes over there, the ambassador, was going to get killed. But she wanted to be politically correct and saying, hey, what kind of clothes should our uniform officers wear? Should they wear clothes? Should they not insult the people of that foreign country? Now, do you think that's right?
Well, that's just it. Who insulted that Gold Star family? Look at Trump.
My God. Wait a minute. Trump didn't cause the death of that Gold Star family's son, but Hillary Clinton caused the death of those people, those heroes in Benghazi. Do you agree? You got to agree with me on that, Jeff. No matter how strong a Democrat you are, you got to agree with me on that. Yes or no?
Okay, for the sake of conversation, I'll go along.
No. I don't want you to go along with me for the sake of conversation. I'm asking you, Jeff, and I'm being. Hey, listen, I think you're a great guy for calling up. I think you're a great guy for going toe to toe with me, but not for the sake of the conversation. I want to know, do you think Hillary Clinton is that good a person? Do you think Hillary Clinton didn't sell her position as Secretary of State for that Clinton Foundation? Now, you're a smart individual. You're an intelligent individual. You're telling me that you're going to overlook all that just because you don't like Trump? And I don't like Trump. I don't like either one of them. I think there should be a better candidate, but there's not. But don't say that Hillary Clinton's good when she's not, Jeff. Now, you'll lose your argument there.
Which one would you pick over, the best of the worst?
Okay. Jeff, thank you very much. You just proved my point. The best of the worst. Thank you, Jeff, for the call. And tell all the Demons I said hi. They're a great group of people. Thanks for the call. Prove my point. She's the best of the worst, which doesn't make her good. But see, Jeff and the rest of these diehard Democrats, you ain't never going to say anything bad about Hillary Clinton. I mean, you know what? I'm just about as unqualified as Hillary Clinton. I'm just as nasty and as stupid and as corrupt as Hillary Clinton. Hell, elect Bob Romanik president. At least I'll be honest to you. I'll be honest and tell you I'm going to be a crook. That's like these politicians. No, you go into a bank and you got a mask on and you got a gun. People know that you're a damn robber. They know that the bank's getting robbed. And at least I respect them because they don't hide behind anything. But here's these politicians. They got a suit on. They got a tie on. They talk real nice. And they come in and rob you anyway. What the hell? Who cares the way you get robbed? And I want to apologize to the mask robbers because they're not as bad. At least you know what you get with those people. You don't know what you're getting. You don't know what you're getting with these politicians. They all look nice. They all dress nice. They all talk nice. They all go to church. And they all screw you. Jeff, they all screw you. Democrats and Republicans. We've got another caller. Go ahead. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
This is Paul.
Yes, Paul.
Well, the last caller kind of reminded me of a book I read here some years ago with Jeb Stuart, the Confederate general, horse cavalry. One of his men came back to him and said, "Sir, we're out of ammunition. There's Yankees on the left, there's Yankees on the right." He said, "Well, fix your bayonets and take the center." So, do we have a center? But that's not why I called you. It was announced last week, I believe it, last week that Illinois had more people prosecuted and in jail, politicians, than any state in the union. Is this true?
Hey, Paul, thanks for the call. Yeah, it's true. And about half of them some bitches are actually politicians that are talking about people being in jail. Paul, let me tell you, I know you're a proud American. We're all proud Americans. Even the Democrats are proud Americans. The Republicans are proud Americans. And Jeff, I want to tell you, hey, there's enough blame to go around. See, I don't like when people put words in my mouth. Hell, yesterday I was all over Rauner's ass. I was all over Boss' ass. I was all over Kern's ass. I was all over Clinton's ass. I was all over everybody's ass. I'm an equal opportunity to being all over everybody's ass. I just wish they were good-looking hot ladies. Then I'd love being all over their asses, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. But it just pisses me off, people. When are we going to wise up? When are we going to quit saying, hey, he's a Democrat? Now, I like Jeff, but Jeff's been drinking the Democratic Kool-Aid just like the Republicans drink the Republican Kool-Aid. I told you, good people, there's 3% of the Democratic organization, people, 3% of the Republican. That means there's 96% of us, a silent majority, that may have Republican leanings, may have Democratic leanings, but at the end of the day, we're independent. We're going to vote the person. We're going to vote who's going to do for us, going to do for our community. Let's take one more caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Yeah, I think I've seen one major problem with our country, and that's the shills for either party, the Democrat or Republican. They ignore every fact that's right in front of their face so they can shill for one party or the other. That's why I love the Freedom Coalition's motto, vote the person, not the party. That way you don't have to lie. You don't have to ignore facts to show that one person is a criminal and maybe one person is an idiot. You vote the best person no matter Republican or Democrat. That's why we're in the deep crap we're in, because of people just like Jeff.
Thank you very much, sir. And I have to agree with him. And he played right into what I said earlier. Let's be organizational Democrats. You got to be a Democrat. Let's be organizational Republicans. The only ones that benefit is the organizational people, the 2 or 3%. Can we all agree to that? The rank and file Republicans out there, the rank and file Democrats, you guys aren't politicians. You got to go out and work hard for a living. All of you just have to work hard for a living. Politics is just secondary to you people, but to the asswipe Democrats, the asswipe Republicans that are organizational people, that's their lives. That's their lives, people. They live that. They live and die by politics. The vast majority of us don't live and die. If I don't win for state representative, I'm still going to eat good. I'm still going to live good. I'm still going to be a crazy, ignorant son of a bitch. So it don't make me no difference. But those son of a bitches, if they lose that title, they might as well blow their heads off. Politically, of course, I had to say that. Didn't want to say it, but I had to say it. These guys, they live and die by politics. And they want to bring us, the normal people, into their game. We don't want to play your game, you asswipe, rotten bastard politicians, both Democrats and Republicans, organizational Democrats and Republicans. We don't want to play your game. We want to go out and work for a living. We want to go out and make America great again. We don't want to play your game. We don't play that criminal game on both sides. You guys are a bunch. I thought I was a sleazy, greasy son of a bitch. You guys take the cake. You politicians take the cake on both sides. And I got to say, I had this lady write me a letter, if I can find it. I'll tell you what, I'm probably the most unorganized. Oh, here it is, right here. Dear Mr. Romanik, while I generally agree that Governor Rauner has his head up his ass, well, thank you very much, Nancy. I won't give your last name in Maryville because I don't want to get you in trouble, but that was awful nice. I like that. She agrees that Governor Rauner has his head up his ass more times than not. She has to defend him on this canine bill. We talked about it yesterday. There have been too many recent cases of canine retirees separated from their human partners and sold by uncaring and unscrupulous sheriffs and other local and state officials to the highest bidder. I agree with you, Nancy, but that wasn't the point I'm trying to make. I said Rauner and the rest of those politicians. Rauner signed the bill. He gets the press in the paper, the state representative, state senators. Hey, we're going to say that it's okay for that police officer to take that dog, his partner of 6, 8, 7, 10 years. They fought alongside each other, protected each other's lives. We the politicians, are going to say it's okay to take that animal home with them. That's my point, Nancy. These son of a bitches never should have got involved in that. See, they want to get involved in their life. They want to be the ones that are the good guys. Oh, boy, how nice of Rauner in the state legislature to sign a bill saying that you can take a family member home when he retires. We don't need these son of a bitches in our life. But that shows you, Nancy, and everybody else. Unless we stop this crap, it's going to get worse. They want to be in every part of our lives. Now, they're going to tell us pretty soon how to come in and have sex with your wife. Ooh, that's scary for some of you guys and ladies. But, Nancy, it wasn't just about Rauner. It was about the whole political system. It was about the whole political system with Democrats and Republicans. I've got friends that are Republican state representatives, but I don't agree with a lot of things they do or say. They're part of the culture of corruption on either side. Because if you're not part of the culture of corruption tries to destroy you. See, that's why they don't like me, Nancy. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm an independent. I'm going to count on the people that put me in office to guide me. I'm not going to count on the Democrats or the Republicans. And since I've said that time and time again, neither side want anything to do with me because they're not going to be able to control me. I don't know if a straitjacket could control me, but I don't care. But Nancy, again, I wasn't just casting a bad light on Rauner. I wanted to explain that. It's all these politicians. Hey, let's look good during election time. And it's election time, and I'll talk about Kern talking about saving Scott. That little bitch boy, son of a bitch, that little rich-ass bastard, that Mr. Sweet Cakes Kern, he's got nothing to do. Well, yes, he does. Because if the corruption in St. Clair County keeps up, we'll probably lose Scott Air Force Base at some point in time, just like we lost the NGA, the National Spy Agency, that cost us $1.5 billion in development right now and $3 to $4 billion in residual income for St. Clair County and the surrounding counties. You caused that, Kern, because of you and the Democrat. Okay, Jeff, I said the Democratic culture of corruption because there's no Republicans in any kind of authority position in St. Clair County. That's why I say the Democratic culture of corruption. I would say the Republican culture of corruption if it had been Republican. But these no good son of a bitches, they want to stay in our lives. Let's get them out of our lives, people. Let's get them out of our lives. We're going to take a quick break, but before we do, let's take care of some of this housekeeping. First and foremost, I want to say hi to Jason and Jackson Dressler. He owns Dressler Trucking Service. Nice people stop by the radio station. Son's a great looking young man. Jason and Jackson, thank you guys very much for stopping by. We sincerely appreciate it. I want to thank Gary Rohr, sent me an email. I want to thank you very much, Gary, and we appreciate what you do. Gary Rohr was a great East St. Louis, a very, very good East St. Louis high school athlete back in the day. So Gary Rohr, he's thanking me, blah, blah, blah. You definitely have my vote. Well, thank you, my friend, Gary Rohr. Thank you very much. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned your name. People will hate you because you're going to vote for me, but that's the way it is. Here we go. This Sunday, one of the largest truck and motorcycle shows will be taking place in Edwardsville. It's the Edwardsville Police Department's 25th annual DARE Car, Truck, and Motorcycle Show. All proceeds benefit the Edwardsville DARE program of District 7 public and parochial schools. A special commemoratory 25th anniversary car will be given to the first 250 participants. If you have any questions or concerns, and I want to thank Kevin Carnes, the account executive. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact him at 618-726-2502. And I want to, again, salute. That's going to be August the 19th, this Friday, one of the biggest and largest car, truck, and motorcycle shows. I want to thank you very much, you and every police officer. We can't salute you guys enough for all you do. Sporting Clay Tournament coming up Monday, August the 22nd at the Strasburg Farms Club at 552. I can't talk today. I'm so pissed off anyway. 552 Wolfram Road in St. Charles, Missouri. Why do people have to make roads that you can't pronounce? Why you got to make crap that you can't pronounce? But anyway, that's going to be the Sporting Clay Tournament Monday, August the 22nd. Trivia Night, Spirit of St. Louis. Local 38 of the Farty and 8 will be hosting whatever the hell that is, their 4th annual Trivia Night at the Genesis Banquet Center, Saturday, August the 27th, located at 2651 Telegraph Road, St. Louis, Missouri. We'll talk about that a little bit later. The Car Cruise coming up August the 17th. Is that tomorrow? Is tomorrow. We want to thank our good friend Russ Erlinger for giving us this information. The Gear Jammers East having their car cruise tomorrow, August the 17th, from 5 to 9 p.m. at Scooters West in the great little town of Freeburg, Illinois. Any questions or concerns, you can contact 539-3200. Chill and Grill for the county fair, August the 20th and 21st at Marine Park. All proceeds go to the Madison County Fair Association. That's to be held August the 20th and 21st. Pam Vogel, thank you very much for that information. You can contact Pam at 618-781-5337. Mount Pleasant Cemetery Fish Fry coming up Saturday, August the 27th from 4 to 7 p.m. at Mount Pleasant Methodist Church. Going to have a hog roast. You guys got to get out to New Memphis Station. They're having a customer appreciation hog roast on Saturday, September the 10th, starting at 2 p.m. Great bunch of people. It's right east of Mascoutah before you get into Oakville. It's going to have live music. We appreciate you guys out there at the New Memphis Station. And Jerry Rosh, as always, thank you for giving us that great information. Don't forget, you can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik, Andar the Grim Reaper, or radio. You can go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com, one word, for the best of all 3 of our stations. You can listen to my repeat performance every day at 4 o'clock p.m. and now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night at the stroke of midnight. Please like us on Facebook, KQQZ 1190 AM or KZQZ 1430 AM. Go to my personal Facebook page, Fans of the Grim Reaper. You'll get all the X-rated political cartoons. You got to go there. You'll see Mary Turman. You'll see Barb Viviano. You'll see Doug Jameson. You'll see all the ignorant, stupid son of a bitches, how they really look. It's funny as hell. You can also go to Bob Romanik for state representative on my Facebook page. But don't ever forget the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook, where you'll get the best and the most informative information about St. Clair County and surrounding politics. On this date, August the 16th, 1898, the roller coaster was patented by Edwin Prescott. On this date, August the 16th, 1904, construction began on New York's Grand Central train station. On this date, April the 16th, 1920, Cleveland's Indian shortstop, Ray Chapman, became the first baseball player ever to be killed in a ball game. He was hit in the head by a pitch thrown by Carl Mays of the New York Yankees. On this date, August the 16th, 1948, Babe Ruth died at the age of 53. On this date, August the 16th, 1954, Times Incorporated published their first edition of Sports Illustrated. On this date, August the 16th, 1956, not funny, but somewhat, actor Bela Lugosi, the man who made Dracula a household name, died. He was burned wearing his Count Dracula cape. I hope it wasn't during a sexual experience. I know some guys like that. Kern spray, hey, we won't go there. On this date, August the 16th, 1977, the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, died in Memphis Baptist Hospital at 3:30 p.m. at the age of 42. One day I'll have to read this, and I hope it doesn't happen for a long time. On this date, whatever date, Mark Sweetcakes Kern, not the king, rock and roll king, but the Queen of Belleville died. And I hope that's a way time coming. But to me, I think you rule St. Clair County, Kern, like a queen, if you know what I mean. And I kind of think you do. On this date, there's nothing else. I ain't got enough time. That's what happened on this date, August the 16th, throughout all these years in our world's history. Also, I want to thank Rodney Weisbrot. Rodney, thank you very much. Appreciate your support. Great family. And also, Gloria McCoy, a loyal Freedom Coalition member from Cahokia. I was told a little bit ago that she's under the weather in the hospital. And Gloria McCoy, if you're listening, please, honey, get feeling better. A great lady from Cahokia. Get feeling better, and I wish you a good day. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back. We are America's voice of freedom. Definitely the Patriot. Call toll free 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest. America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio. And we are, as always, very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. I just had someone call me and say, Bob, my kid looked at, and I'm sure he was being facetious, I think, said they drove by and saw Kern's sign, and these people don't have a lot of money. And the kid wanted to stop off and get an ice cream, and Daddy said, we don't have the money for an ice cream, son. So the son said, well, Daddy, we're driving by Kern's billboards. Can I just lick his face? Can I just lick his face? And I thought to myself, how appropriate is that? Kern, they can't eat. Well, if you go to the locker room, maybe, well, never mind. But Kern, do you understand that people are pissed at you? Do you understand when you walk down the street, people are laughing at you? They see my billboard I've got up there about you stripping. Might as well be a stripper. You stripped all of us of our hardworking taxpayers' dollars. Do you understand that you're not a pillar of the community like you think you are, like all you big shots think you are. We laugh at you. They tell me at these picnics and parades, Kern's throwing out this candy, and the people are picking it up and throwing it back. Now, that's how bad they don't like you, Kern. They call him Sweet Cakes all the time, and when they do, he walks to the other side of the street. Kern, Sprague, Barasivic, all you asswipes, Eckert, all you no-good son of a bitches, your day is over. We've exposed you, ignorant son of a bitches. Don't think that you're important. Don't think that people like you, because number one, you're not important, and number two, people don't like you. And I think this next election, I think it is the perfect storm. People are going to vote you son of a bitches out of office. Speaking of politics, tomorrow we'll have Ron Williams. He's a Republican candidate for state's attorney in Madison County. He's coming up to talk to us. And I tried to get a hold of Tom Gibbons' office, and he hasn't called back yet. But, Mr. Gibbons, we invite you to come up on Thursday for a rebuttal. I want to give everybody the opportunity, Democrats and Republicans. I'll let you, Kern. I'll let you, LaToya Greenwood. I'll let anybody that's running for office, whether they're for us, against us, I don't care. Everybody in this great country, out of respect for our brave military heroes, past, present, and future, everybody has a right to their 15 minutes of recognition. So, Kern, any of the Democratic candidates, you're welcome to come up to this office, and you'll be shown the same respect that you give when you're here. Now, we may fight afterwards, but you'll be shown the same respect you give, and I offer that, and I hope everybody takes me up on that offer, because the good people of this county, Madison County, the surrounding counties on both sides of the river, they need to have that transparency. That's what we pay you politicians for, to answer to us, to be transparent. So that offer is on the table today and every day. But tomorrow, Ron Williams, the Madison County candidate for state's attorney, the Republican candidate, will be here. And I think one of his primary objectives, I don't know if it's totally political, but I think he wants to talk about and defend this veteran in Madison County. If you haven't heard, this veteran works for Veteran Affairs in Madison County at the courthouse, and they've chastised him and thrown him out of the courthouse. They won't let him come to his office. Now, I don't know the whole story on that. It's kind of convoluted. But Mr. Ron Williams, the Republican candidate for state's attorney, will be here tomorrow to discuss it, and feel free to call in. And I want to salute Mr. Williams for having the guts and wanting to be transparent to everybody in Madison County. And again, anybody that knows Tom Gibbons, and he's called a few times, and we appreciate his transparency. He has every right to come on for a rebuttal, but that'll be tomorrow, and hopefully Mr. Gibbons will be on Thursday. Roger Cook just walked in the door. Roger Cook, I'm going to ask you a serious question now. You know, I go kind of crazy. Back in the day, I know you didn't live good like I and a lot of other people didn't. Would you get hungry enough to lick Kern's face?
Good morning, Bob.
Hey, you ain't Carl. Hey, Roger, I know you're a decent guy, unlike me, and I know you don't like to be negative. But I got to put you on the spot. If you don't want to make a comment, you don't have to. But what do you think about, and I know you listen to the show, you cringe, but you do listen. What the hell do you think about a guy that's spending $250,000 on advertising to get his name out there, that's been the county board chairman for 12 years, that everybody knows he's done nothing, and for me to challenge to take $50,000 of his money off the table, for me to give $50,000 to feed the poor, because we're capable of doing it. Me, because I've worked hard for 40 years. Him, because he's got rich parents. Am I wrong in premising it that way, or what?
Well, let me just answer it this way, Bob. I'm very proud of who I am, how I grew up. It wasn't easy growing up without a father, without a whole lot. But you know what? That's what built me, is who I am. I've worked my entire life, and I'm very proud of that. And let me say this. If I had the money that you or Chairman Kern had, you know, the joy that I see through you many times out there on the street, of you giving to those that need, it makes me feel good to be with you when you do it. You help.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
I'm telling you, you know, if I was a wealthy guy, I think if I won the lottery, if I could help people, I don't think you could get a better feeling than that. Yeah. And you know what? on November 8th, when we're elected, we're going to help the people even more here in St. Clair County. And I look forward to that. I'm out here with Dave, my buddy. We're putting signs up today. We thought we'd stop by real quick and say hi. And we're going to work hard to bring honest, open government back to St. Clair County.
Roger, I'll tell you what, and I've said it before, I think putting up all those signs for Kern, the $250,000 worth, and I've got Democrats that are pissed at him because Kern's not being a team player. He's not putting up billboards, putting out flyers for the whole Democratic organization that he's part of, the whole Democratic organization that helps get him elected. He's doing it for Mark Sweet Cakes Kern, and there's a lot of Democrats, and the Democrats that were supporting him below the hill, I think he's losing his base. I know he's got half of them that are pissed, but I think his people are getting pissed because they're seeing what a one-way son of a bitch he is. And not only does he does that political for his political party, he does that to the people of St. Clair County because, Roger, he doesn't give a damn.
Well, Bob, on the way in, I heard you had some callers call in. I heard of Chris. I know that Chris. Chris is a young man, and, that I'm so proud of him calling in and talking about voting the person, not the party. You mentioned Gloria McCoy. You mentioned Gary Rohr. I know them. I've lived in this St. Clair County all my whole life. And a lot of people know me from many different areas. And you know what? It's not about billboards. It's not about money. It's about reaching out to the people and working hard and letting them know what you'll do once you're in office. I will not represent an establishment party. I will represent the people and make every decision based on that.
Yeah. I read in the paper, now all of a sudden, people, you got to understand this political ploy. These politicians are coming out of the woodwork. Rauner, the Republicans, the Democrats, Madigan and all of them. Now they're having new laws. Now all of a sudden, Kern's concerned about losing Scott Air Base, and he's going to do everything in his power to save it. Kern, you can't save Scott Air Force Base just like you couldn't bring the NGA because of your leadership, your lack of leadership and the culture of corruption in the Democratic Party. If it had been the Republican Party, I'd have said the Republican Party. But people, they're giving you the old okey-fadoke. All of a sudden, now Kern wants front page, so it's going to be, that Scott Air Base may go and I'm going to do everything. If you really, seriously and sincerely want to help Scott Air Base stay in St. Clair County, Kern, you need to resign today because the people in Springfield, the people in Washington, they know about you. They know about the Democratic culture of corruption. Now, they'll take your votes election day, but they don't want to be associated with you no-good son of a bitches. That's why we lost $1.5 billion spy agency, the NGA. That's why we lost $3 to $4 billion in residual income in the next 10 years. That's why if we lose Scott Air Base, it'll be because of you, Kern, because of the culture of corruption. Now, I don't think it's going anywhere, Roger, but they always want to play that political card. And here, they said if the NGA stays, Scott Air Base will stay. Well, you guys lost. You guys lost the NGA because of the culture of corruption. And people, understand me one last time on this. The federal government would have rather taken it to North St. Louis, that dangerous area in North St. Louis where it's going to cost more dangerous for the people. But they did not. The culture of corruption in St. Clair County was so bad that they said, we don't care about the crime. We don't care about the violence. We are not going to be part of a political corrupt organization like they have in St. Clair County. That's why, people. That's why we lost the NGA. Roger, you agree or not?
Yeah, hey, Bob, the Scott Air Force Base, I went through the Base Realignment and Closure Commission when Senator Dixon was the chairman of that committee. Scott Air Force Base stands on its own. Its mission to this United States of America's security is second to no base in this country. The Mid-America Airport, we will deal with that immediately once taking office. I would like to let Chairman Kern know the tens of millions of dollars that the taxpayers have suffered trying to prop up that airport. We can't afford it. Maybe you can afford it, but we can't afford you pumping more money of our hard-earned tax dollars while we pay higher real estate taxes and we have no jobs. We've had enough, and we have to address that. Either it makes money or it's we've got to get it off the taxpayers' backs.
Well, I pledge, Roger, and we've talked about it, and we will work together if we're fortunate enough, if the good people of St. Clair County in the 114th Legislative District see fit to put us in office. I pledge my total support, not to get rid of Mid-America Airport, but to make it be useful, to utilize that for the benefit of St. Clair County, to the benefit of the taxpayers. I pledge that there will not be money taking out to shore up something that's going to fail. We're going to get together. I'm going to go anywhere and everywhere I have to go to bring businesses in, not this fly-by-night, this Allegiant Airport. You notice there's not Southwestern there, there's not TWA. None of the big airports want to come here. The only reason Allegiant come here because we're giving them free money for advertisement, free docking space, free landing space. We're getting nothing, Roger Cook. And before we do that, I would shut it down and save all the taxpayers' dollars for all the jobs that are out there, all the expenses that are incurred. But I think decent business people, and I know we've talked about it, and you talked about getting a task force with business people, with political leaders, coming together, with civilians coming together, getting ideas about Mid-America Airport, taking those ideas, running with them, and making it a place that's viable and profitable for the good people of St. Clair County.
I want to bring together aviation experts. I want people that have economic development, job creation, military, a task force to immediately address Mid-America Airport. Is there any possible way that this could ever be a profitable enterprise, or are we going to continue to lose millions of dollars of our tax dollars every year at this? This will be addressed. And in fact, you know, Bob, I'm going to Washington, D.C. on September 24th and hope to have a meeting up there in regards to Mid-America Airport.
Yeah, well, people of St. Clair County, we're going to take this serious. You're going to see some action. Now, some of it's going to be off-colored. Some of it's going to be a little crazy. Some of it may not be politically correct. But when you're in a war, people, and we are in a war, a financial war, when you're in a war, you do things to survive. You don't worry about being politically correct. You don't worry about stepping on somebody's toes. We're going to do something with the Mid-America Airport. We're going to try, and I see Kern signs, a vision to keep St. Clair County great. You lousy lying bastard, do you think people of St. Clair County are on some kind of drugs? This county hasn't been great for 20, 30 years, but he's going to put that on a billboard, and he thinks that's going to make everything right? Kern, money doesn't make it right. Doing the right thing makes it right. And you and the culture of corruption in St. Clair County, the Democratic culture of corruption, only because you've been in office. You stupid son of a bitches, you've pulled the wool over our eyes one time too many. We now understand, we the people, now understand what you guys have been getting away with for the last 20, 30, 40 years. And I think people are tired. I think people that don't like me, I know they listen. I know they don't like me, but they're tired of your crap. Bob Romanik hasn't taken a penny out of your pocket. Roger Cook hasn't taken a penny out of your pocket. Bob Sprague, Mark Sweetcakes Kern, John Red on the Noodle like a pecker on a Poodle Bear Civic. These rotten bastards have taken money out of your pockets, taken money out of your children, your grandchildren's pockets, and put it in their own. Now, if that's what you people want for the next 4 years, you take it. But let me tell you, let me give you a dose of reality. If Kern gets elected, Sprague will be here for another 4 years, then he's going to retire. He'll be 75, 76. Kern has got enough money. Bear Civic will be out. You people will be left holding a bag. It won't be a bag full of money. It'll be a bag full of crap. Roger Cook, I'll give you the last word.
Let me just end with this. 4 years in a row as mayor of Belleville, I reduced taxes in Belleville, the tax levy rate, each year. Mark Kern, his first year, first budget, he increased it 32%. Have you had enough yet? Big government, costly. We're paying for his friends to have jobs and key positions. That stuff will all end. We'll make government for the people, by the people.
Let me tell you, Roger, don't get me going. I've seen all Kern's people come out to these parades because, see, they work for the county. They're getting paid. I see Bergman, who is his alleged bodyguard. He's out there sweating his ass off. He makes $100,000 a year. He's the one that screwed up Cahokia. But see, he give Sprague the job as city attorney for 4 years in Cahokia. Sprague probably made $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 off the taxpayers, off the backs of the poor people, of Cahokia. Then he takes that money up to Belleville, lives in his $2 million mansion. So Sprague had to pay him back. And here's the asswipe Herb Simmons, just to give another example. The mayor of East Crown Dillette makes $135,000 a year as head of 911, people, the most important agency in St. Clair County when we need him, when our family needs him. He's got no training whatsoever. But Kern giving that job because he kisses Kern's ass. We don't want anybody to kiss our ass, people. We want people that are going to do the job for all of us. Aren't you good people of St. Clair County? Aren't you tired? I know you're tired of hearing my crap, but I'm not taking any money out of your pocket. Be tired of these ignorant asswipe bastards, these no good son of a bitch and political, parasitical, perverted punks that we call politicians. Be tired of them taking money, and not so much out of your pocket. You can do without. But it's taking money out of your children's pockets, your grandchildren's pockets, future generation pockets. And when I say that, I'm serious. People don't have the money, Kern, but you're going to spend $250,000. Maybe you can bring that billboard down to eye level. So when those kids all throughout St. Clair County, that their parents are working hard to try to put food on the table and can't because of you and the corruption in St. Clair County. You've run businesses out of St. Clair County. Maybe they can come by and marvel at your face on those billboards and take a lick. Maybe it'll fill their bellies. Fill their bellies, my ass, you no good, self-righteous, good-for-nothing, rich bastard, Mark Sweet Cakes Kearns. I hope you rot in political hell. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Politics as usual. Politics is a way of life, people. Let's make an enjoyable way of life. Let's make it a way of life that we all benefit. Let's make these politicians clear these streets, clear these forests, so we can walk through them safely, conveniently. Politics isn't about them. Politics is about running this country, not ruining this country. So let's make these politicians do what they're elected to do. Let's hold their political feet to the fire. And if they don't do right, let's just burn the rest of the sumbitching bodies up. Burn them up politically, of course. Let's continue, people, to understand what's going on. We've had enough. It's not got better the last 20, 30, 40 years, not just in St. Clair County, but throughout this great country. We're so far in debt. It's tax and spend. It's tax and spend. I will never vote for a tax increase. I want to have less spending on the politicians, and more benefits, more spending on the people that finance this great country. There's no grants. There's no entitlement money. It's our money, people, that we work hard, sweat in the factories, the truck drivers, the policemen, the firemen, people that put their lives on the line every day, the construction workers, the bricklayers, the carpenters, everyone, the farmers. These are the people that we need to acknowledge. These are the people that we need to honor, not these ass-wide pieces of political crap that we call politicians. So together, people, let's continue to unite, men, women, black, white, Democrats, and Republicans. Let's continue to expose this political corruption all throughout this great country of ours. And at the end of the day, you know what we have to do. We have to destroy these rotten bastards before they destroy us, our families, and future generations. Destroy them politically, of course, yeah. And I say that tongue-in-cheek. No, I never mind. But politically, of course, people, let's destroy them. Right here on the dark side.